Now we are learning the stop and wait protocol. We know that the stop and wait protocol is the part of flow control, which is the part of data link control. The OSI model second layer, which is data link layer, has the functionality which is flow control, by which we can control the flow. And here in the flow control we are having two things. One is the stop and wait and second one is the sliding window protocol. But here we are learning the stop and wait protocol, where we can send one frame at a time, means we can only transmit one particular frame within a particular span of time, or we can say that sender wait for the acknowledgement after every frame is sent. If we see the diagram, then we can see that there is a sender and as well as there is a receiver. So these two are connected with one line. Now there is a data communication going on, and these are the timelines. So these are the two timelines of sender and the receiver. Now let us suppose that first of all the sender started the communication by sending some data packet. Sender is sending some data to the receiver. Now receiver will send back the acknowledgement. So this is the acknowledgement which is coming back. We know that the acknowledgement ACK is the positive acknowledgement. That means sender data sent to the receiver and receiver is receiving that particular data. But understand one thing. Sender sent the data at this specific time. Now acknowledgement received at this specific time. Now there is a gap between send and receiving. Means if I am the sender, you are the receiver, I send you a packet that will take some time to reach at your destination. Now from your side acknowledgement is coming to me. So that particular gap is called the WT, which is called the waiting time. So this one is the WT or the waiting time. Now this waiting time is basically that where we are lacking. Means stop and wait is a slow protocol because of this waiting. Until I receive the acknowledgement of first packet, I will not send the other packet. So we can say that next frame is sent only when acknowledgement of previous frame is received. So in the diagram, now the sender has received the acknowledgement. Now sender is free to send another data packet. So there the data packet is going to the receiver, and from the receiver side the positive acknowledgement is coming. ACK is the positive acknowledgement. That means I have received. Again here is the waiting time. You can see that again sender has wait until the acknowledgement come. So again sender is sending one more data packet. So here and again the data packet is going, and this data is sent to the receiver, and from the receiver side again the positive acknowledgement that I has received the data is coming, and again sender has waited for that particular time. So this WT is nothing but the waiting time. You can see that sending the 3 packets, sender has to wait for 3 waiting time. Maybe it is 1 minute or some specific time. In this particular specific time we are not utilizing the medium. We could send more packets. So that is why the stop and wait is the slow protocol. Now this process of sending and receiving alternately will repeat until sender send EOT, which is end of transmission. So sender is going to send and wait, again sending and again waiting. This processes keep on repeating, and now the sender is going to send the next packet, which is the EOT. EOT means end of transmission, when receiver receive that packet and also receiver stop. So sender and receiver stop by receiving this EOT, end of transmission packet. Now we are discussing the advantages of stop and wait protocol. If we talk about the advantage, then we have only one advantage, that every frame is checked and acknowledged before next frame is sent. So if we are sending one frame and we don't receive the acknowledgement, we will not send the another frame. So that is the meaning. So every frame which we are sending will be acknowledged. So that is good for us. So that is the advantage. But if you talk about the disadvantage, then the disadvantage is that it is very slow. We can see that there are 3 times we have waited for the one WT time, second and third. 3 times we have waited for sending the 3 data packets because we was waiting for the acknowledgement. So that is the problem with the stop and wait protocol. So we have learned in the stop and wait protocol that we will send the data, and until we get the acknowledgement we will wait for that specific time. And the positive thing is that we get every packet acknowledged, but the negative thing is that we has to wait. In that particular waiting time, we could send more packets to achieve more faster communication. So that is all about the stop and wait protocol.